Hello, Pet's Eye View clan. I hope you're doing well. My name is Kara. Thank you so much for following along. I hope I'm going to provide you some great resources today and some great stories. First, I wanted to address a couple of practical matters. A lot of you are writing me to ask when I can open more sessions again. I usually try to do that toward the end of any month or the very beginning of a month. I have some personal matters that I have to attend to. So the first 2 weeks of July are completely out for me, actually a little more than that. Therefore, we're winding down toward the end of June, and I do find myself fairly booked. Um, so I'm going to recommend for those of you who have urgent matters that you go to one of my two friends, Mary or Michael, and their information will be listed below. Both are very similarly trained to me, and they also work on my animals when I am distraught. So I hope that that will help you. I've also tried to create a couple of interesting things that we're going to try out in the late summer to see if it helps me reach more of you without you having to have necessarily a full appointment. I'm calling them Animal Soulmate Sessions, and the first one will be in August. It is going to be focused around relaxing body work for our anxious pets and our elderly pets. Or any pet. Honestly, you're going to find hidden pain in your pet if you just want to try this. You'd be surprised how many little small kittens and little small dogs have like hidden pain in their necks. And by using some of the things that I'm going to teach you, you'll be able to find that better, right? And we'll do a meditation and we'll feel connected to our animals. And then the first few people who decide they want that can upgrade on in that course to me answering with them the soul essence of their animal. And I'll have you send me a picture before the meeting, and then we will talk about them on the call. It's not a full reading, and there's no deceased animals, and there's no very sick animals that we're gonna address any physical issues like that. But I will tell you what your animal thinks about themselves and what they think about who they are as a soul. Okay, so look for that, and then of course we have other things going on like animal whispering at home. So if you want to test the waters, I think there's still about 10 spots left in that. It's in July, late July. I'd love to see you there, and all of that will be listed below. But what I really want to talk to you about today, outside of the housekeeping that I felt that I had to do, is this idea that our animals have us on demand. Okay. I always see my animal appointments have kind of a theme for the week or the month. And this month, it is all about animals who have us dialed in. And they may be very upset and they may seem very upset and anxious in other areas of their lives. And they may have very good reason for that, that we have to unwind in energy work. Now, energy work, if you haven't heard from me before on social media, is different and a different set of sessions than animal communication. In a simple animal communication session, we open the doorway and we start to figure out what the motivations are. But energy work is usually a minimum of 2 sessions with me doing a little bit of work on your animal privately between those sessions to continue to convince them and to move in the right direction while you do a lot of homework that I give you to change the emotional and physical environment in which they live and also your reactions to them. So without you having to book one of those sessions, I want to ask you to observe where you feel stuck with your animal companions or where you feel like you're so sorry for them because they're going through so much and where you kind of over worry. And then I want to ask you, what would it look like if you acknowledged that worry and acknowledged that they may be having a hard time, but you gave it a little distance, right? And you acknowledged it, but you didn't get sucked into their energy vortex because some of us have lived with people who are outright narcissists or covert narcissists, or just very, very much kind of an energy vampire. And or we are very, very caring and empathetic people. And so when we feel that one of our animals is slightly off or being very sad or anxious, it helps us to worry, 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 worry that cycle. And we feel like we're being productive, but actually we're not. And if you think about animal telepathy, the reason that animals domesticated with us and were able to do so is because they figured out how to read our minds. But it's not perfect, right? And if you've had a reading with me, you know that I get a lot of things great and right, and then sometimes I'm confused by an image or a phrase that they use. And it's the same thing for the animals. And some of you are confusing your animals by reinforcing the worrisome behavior because you focus on it so much and you talk about it with your friends and your family so much and you're always trying to address it, and then you're creating a mental feedback loop for them that they read and go, oh, great, I'm supposed to pant consistently for 15 minutes while looking at you in a complete panic, or I'm supposed to chatter my teeth and I'm supposed to look really wild-eyed and scared. I'm not saying they didn't have those behaviors before you started to worry about it, but it is sometimes beneficial to you to take a step back and disengage your energy. Disengage your energy. Address it, keep them safe, but don't over rotate on it. Don't coddle them. Tell them we're bringing them up. Don't call them a baby and say, I'm so sorry you're having a hard moment today. But we're going to do this for you, and I'm going to be calm about it because you're projecting energy that you want them to absorb, not the energy you are observing. I want you to try that for a few days and see if it doesn't change the energy in your household to change how much you get sucked into the emotion of your anxious animal. I hope that you're having a great day and I hope you love the rest of the newsletter. Have a great one.